Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
Vagina. We're here with Alex Tomaselli
Yeah.
and Patrick Defino.
Vagina.
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 Tomaselli, Defino.
I don't know if we can make an episode dumber than our last, but we came to the conclusion that I'm going to legally change my middle name to Fart.
Oh, really?
But we're off to a good start by just starting by saying
Well, you don't
vagina.
have a middle name.
Yes.
So you're going to legally...
Michael
Burr.
Fart Good.
Yeah, farts would be the fart is dumber than farts.
I think it should be Michael Pussy Smells Good.
See, farts. The thing is, farts. They would. They have to.
Ooh, you do. You put it fukes, but it's fucks.
You know what I should do? I should commit an atrocious crime after I change my middle name to Fart. So just in a court of law, they're like, this jury accuses you of killing 45 innocent lives. Michael Fart's
What do
good.
you have to say, Mr. Michael Fart Good? The
was
defendant pleads.
Who's this impression of? That freaked me out.
I assume you'll commit a southern crime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You are a Florida man.
Yeah.
So you won't. You'll be
Yeah.
tried as a Florida man as well. You know.
Oh yeah. That's how that works. Yeah, I think I don't know. I also think when you go down south, like there's I don't know if there's more or less laws. It's the consent laws. Those are always the states where they're the craziest. There's always just like you could fuck a 15-year-old in this state, but then there are also the states that are like everybody's super into like taking down the pedophiles. I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe change some legislation so you can't fuck a 15-year-old in your state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or if like you take a puff of weed, they feed you to an
Honestly.
anaconda. They don't really fuck around with like
Yeah.
Schedule 1 drugs.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Well, dude, that was the funniest. Is I was like down in Florida during COVID, and it was like the George Floyd protest, and I was with this like kind of redneck family, and they were smoking weed, which is completely illegal in Florida. I mean, it's decriminalized, but they're like, maybe if these black people would just follow the law, they'd stop getting in trouble. I'm like, you're literally just hitting a one hitter right now. Like, what do you?
Yeah,
fucking-
who'd you buy that weed from?
Yeah.
It's almost a worse crime buying and smoking weed than selling it, I think.
Was it?
I think because you're the one doing the whole thing about weed is they don't want people to do it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Well, you don't want the kids to do it. That's the big thing is you don't want
Yeah,
the kids doing weed. But I think if anybody should be doing weed, it's the motherfucking kids.
yeah, dude.
That's the funnest time to do. Actually, I don't know. I wish I cared less. The problem is I did mushrooms and I freaked out and told on myself. And then I started smoking weed after that. And then I would get paranoid. I only got weed without paranoia like twice in my life. And then now every single time I've smoked weed for the last 15 years, I still get like paranoid.
Yeah.
I smoke so much weed that if I get paranoid now, I'm like, fuck yeah, this weed's
Oh, really?
working. Yeah, like,
yeah.
I'll have an extreme paranoid thought and then be like, wait a minute, I'm really stoned again.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
just go about my night.
Yeah, I'm just like, I know what it is now. Even
Yeah.
when I start gripping, like there's that moment of anxiety where you're like losing track and you're like, no. There's that little voice that's like, just hold on, this is fake. It's going
Yeah.
to go away. Because there's those moments with like full panic attacks where your heart's just like throbbing. You're like, just this will pass.
It makes me like sympathize with Shaggy.
Oh.
Because like he was always
Yeah.
a little on edge.
Yeah.
And like not only that, like he was obviously high and on edge, but then like Scooby kept eating all of his food in front of him.
Yeah.
In like a hilarious way. I would be very upset with that, like as a
Yeah.
guy who has the munchies.
Yeah.
Just seeing my dog house like a 16-foot high sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also like the scariest thing, I mean, being high and looking for ghosts is like the scariest.
That is the scariest thing I could
But it
ever
sounds so
imagine.
fucking, dude, I kind of want to get high and look for ghosts.
Dude, I just looking for ghosts is scary.
Yeah, adding everything's a ghost when you're stoned.
Oh, yeah.
In
And
a
like
haunted house.
The weird thing about this is, so you were out of town on a bachelor party, and I have to do like weird anxiety exercises where I have to give myself lots of anxiety to learn how to deal with anxiety. So you weren't here, and one of our rooms is abandoned. So I just turned the lights off and put my head in a corner like the Blair Witch Project and just just sat like that for like 10 minutes.
That's
God, dude.
that's psycho behavior.
If
Mike.
somebody would have walked in, I
Mike,
would look
that
like a
is-
serial killer. But I'm like, no, I'm just
No,
doing my
that's-
anxiety exercises.
I don't. That anxiety exercise is wild.
Yeah, but it's like you have to do things that provoke, and it helped. Like after like 10 minutes.
Where did you find that? Was that like online? Did you have to go to
No, just in-
www? I'm a retard.
Well, it's like what you do is you like the things that like what scared me was just being alone in the house. Sometimes you know how sometimes being alone in the apartment at night is
Yeah.
scary. So it's like you do the things that promote like because my like anxiety OCD like fear is like what if somebody breaks in and like kills me. So like the
Right.
scariest scenario or the because you know we have like homeless people coming and they'll randomly just scream by sometimes. I mean we have a pretty minimal amount here, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's that one crackhead who is. Have you seen the guy yet? He's got dreads. He's like a Hispanic guy. He's in that barbershop. I have no idea what he's doing there. There's no way he works there.
No, I mean you can't even do anything with dreads, right? You know, I don't think you go to a barber shop.
No.
get
But he's
dreads.
just. I always see him just like he's on full like funk mode. You know what I mean? Like he's just so high on crack.
I
He's
know
always like
exactly.
bow, bow, bow,
Yeah.
bow. Like you know, there's like a '70s song playing, and he's like, ooh, just hitting different notes too. He's like, yeah, baby,
Yeah.
just hitting like a thing.
And it's not even a fear of like, would he get into the apartment? It's like a fear of what he would do if he was in the apartment.
Yes, and your brain starts going crazy. And so in my mind, I was like, well, I'll go to like one of the closer rooms because I'm not going to go to your room. And I was like, that is the spookiest room. And like in my mind, like this is maybe an irrational fear, but there's always the fear that somebody's hiding inside the house. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like, what if when I was gone, they went in there? So it's like, there's a closet in there. I'm not going to check the closet. I'm just going to go on the other side of the room, put my head in the corner, turn the lights off, and just turn my back to the closet.
Jesus Christ.
Is that intense?
That is intense.
Oddly intense.
But it's better than
dude.
like the Patty. I had to do an anxiety test where I had to go in your bed and masturbate every day. Because my biggest fear is getting caught masturbating in your bed.
yeah. But it wasn't like it's crazy. It really brought because I did like a lot of drinking this weekend, so my anxiety just like rose a bunch. So I was like, in order to keep drinking this week, because I went on a date Thursday, Friday.
What was his name?
What
Hey,
was
man,
his
I'm
shoe size?
I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you've tuned in, but this is not the guy. We don't.
Oh yeah.
This is not.
That's not this podcast.
No,
Oh yeah, you're not gay in this podcast.
I mean, we had such a good thing going, and you just ruined the momentum with extreme homophobia.
That's what you should name the podcast.
I just
Extreme
asked
home-
a
the
good
date.
thing.
All right,
go.
how'd your date go? What was this date with a woman? And how did you score?
We're not getting into that. No, I didn't. But if we did, I would have said yes. But no, I did not. I did not. But anyway, like Friday came around, I was really hungover, had a lot of anxiety. But I was like, I want to drink tonight, and so I was like, I'll do these extreme anxiety exercises, and I felt a lot better.
That's good, dude.
Yeah, and then it was really
You ever
nice.
heard of a stress ball?
Yeah, that might be a little more. Yeah, there's always a guy with a stress ball that I don't know. It's I had stress ball for a little bit to do chin exercises. Did I tell you about these?
I don't think so.
So I was trying to do when I got out of the breakup. I was trying to look as sexy as I could, but I'm also trying to get fucking bulk. So I'm like, all right, I want to be bulky, but I want to have a good chin. So I was looking for like stress balls because there's an exercise where you just do this. And then you just get like a sick jawline. But then somebody came up to me. They're like, "That's actually bullshit. I already looked into it." And I was like, "I'm glad that other people are as worried about their jaws as I am."
Yeah, I like putting a stress ball right in my mouth.
Yeah,
Squeeze it tight, put it in your mouth, and it blows up. And you're like, oh.
yeah. Dude, I like biting shit. Like,
Yes, dude.
Oh my-
Polly
I chew-
Pocket
I-
clothes. Have you ever chewed
wait
on
a
those?
second. I actually have because my sister had one. Dude, they're like rubbery.
A little pair of jeans, rubber
Yeah.
jeans.
Dude, you put a Polly Pocket pair of jeans on your finger, and then you
I'm
chew
against
on it.
all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I hated those chicks in high school that would chew their like hoodie.
Ooh,
String.
I would,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would basically.
you
be
wish you were the
swallowing my whole
string,
entire
yeah.
hoodie. Oh, yeah.
I mean, me too. But I was also like, ugh, dude, she's. Ugh.
Yeah, dude. I chew. I still to this day plastic bottle caps. I just chew them.
No.
Yeah.
Disgusting, dude.
Yeah, I have like 1,000 habits I just haven't broken. I click my wrists. I click my jaws. I click my fingers. And,
I tense my jaw when I'm laying in or like
getting
in bed
sucked off by a
sometimes.
guy.
Damn, got me
the
back.
Bible's
Got
gonna
you.
be mad at me. Nobody tell the Bible.
Oh,
Dude, that'd be a fun. What's it called? Prank show is go into the Catholic booth and just like you just say the most crazy shit. Like just tell them, just be like, yeah, no, I had sex with 19 goats this weekend.
yeah. Or just like, well, yes, like that. But they would know you're doing a bit. You'd have to like really sell them on the like your sins.
Yeah, and then try to convince him that fucking goats is good.
Yeah.
Like I actually read verse 45 of Leviticus. If you look really, really closely, it says goat fucking.
If you look really,
That would
really
work,
closely,
too.
it looks like a goat, and I kind of want to fuck it. Or you just like say all that shit, and then at the end, you're like, by the way, my name is blah, blah, blah. And you just like put your friend's name in there.
Yeah. Well, what is it like? It's so weird because your therapist has to legally tell people if you committed a crime
Yeah.
or if you're putting somebody in danger. I don't know if you.
No, not a crime if you're putting someone in danger.
Okay, so but I wonder where the line
Or
is.
yourself.
I don't know if it's about to commit a crime or you committed a crime in the past.
Not in the past. I used to tell my therapist all about my weed. I mean, I got arrested, but I used to tell them about my crimes.
Okay,
They said
well,
it was fine.
Okay, but that's different than you. I thought you were about to just open up about you rape somebody. or
Oh, no,
something.
whoa, no.
Yeah.
No, hell
Just
no,
so casual. That'd be so funny. We don't know the guy. He's like, just that one thing never clicked with him. He's like, wait, that's wrong. But no, it's like I think a lot of it is if you're about to commit a crime. But I think some of it, like, I don't know if like I haven't watched enough of The Sopranos to know. Because does he say he's killed people? And she's like,
No, he alludes a lot.
yeah.
Because she knows what he's talking about, but he's...
It's okay,
it's
it's
a
a fucking business.
Yeah, let's just say the gabagool didn't make it to the sink. It went right in the trash.
Let's just say I touched the guy with the sharp object and the marinara sauce came out of his neck.
I went extra Italian on him.
Yeah. that was interesting. Well, Tony Soprano got toothpaste in his mouth that day. Got a little too the Caitlyn Jenner.
I can only do like angry Tony Soprano.
Please do it. Be angry about me going on a date with a man.
You want to fuck...
What are you,
It's a fucking man.
what are you, some kind of
man.
fagulio?
What you
They
do on
call
your own
that- they
time.
say
What you do on
fagulio?
your own time. Yeah.
I don't
They say
know.
about
How do they make the
fanook.
word fag gay?
Do they fanook fagajou? They do a bunch of
Every
those.
slur in Italian is just a different type of pasta.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, Michael.
Yeah, what's next? You're slurping fettuccine on the underneath the bread?
She was fucking telling me you were taking another guy. Wait, I
We're really
lost
bad
it.
at this.
I had
So
Tony Soprano. No, I had it for a second. This is really frustrating. me.
if he was gonna do this, he
You're
should have done
fucking
it on his
telling
own,
me- You're telling me
in
you
private.
took a guy's fucking Alfredo sauce and you slurped it down.
Yeah.
No, it's
Tone.
turning
he's
into
just-
Al Pacino.
Yeah, I could just see like Christopher being like, Tone, he's fucking gay. God damn it. Sorry, that's how
Yeah,
I hold
yeah.
the mic on stage.
You're
too.
good. You're
Yeah,
good.
if you're going to marry a man, who's going to cook the sauce at the end of the day?
That's like do you want the moon, Alice, or whatever from It's a Wonderful
Yeah.
Life?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah.
beat her.
I haven't
Oh.
watched The Sopranos in a while.
Yeah,
I've only seen a couple episodes. My ex used to watch it and just tune in and be like, "This is fucking awesome," but it's so
It's the
far
best.
into like just start. I can't watch TV shows because I go to sleep at night and
Oh, you go to sleep?
Oh
at
yeah,
night?
you're the guy. You're the minority of people who go to sleep at night. You're just like fuck me, right?
my podcast.
Just-
Give you a great platform. Probably going to inspire thousands, but yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I'm going to try to
I'm
work an erection throughout this entire podcast. So
Dude,
like,
you
at
could
the
just be
start, it's
beating
like
up
this.
under there. Honestly, I will say this: if a guest manages to jerk off on my podcast, I won't even. If you can manage without me knowing, and
Without
then later
you
on,
knowing?
be like, look at the camera.
Like, you know when you scroll over a video and it shows like stills from the video?
Yeah,
I want
it's-
it to be like boom, boom.
Ding 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 ding.
Dude,
That'd be cool having a penis that big, wouldn't it?
You know,
Oh,
the
man.
guy who does, his life, he apparently,
One thing, push. All right, we're good.
the man.
It's just paranoia. I'm literally. The second we have
That
momentum, I'm like,
I
wait a
felt
second, is everything plugged in?
violated right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I felt like I was getting something forced into my mouth.
Well, that's what you sign up for when you do this fucking podcast. So, anyways,
The man, I
With a
think
big
he's
penis.
a guy in like South America. He has the biggest penis ever.
John something, yeah.
John something.
Yeah.
He has-
His penis is so big you forget his last
It's
name.
you know I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
it's Juan something.
Yeah,
but He apparently they did X-rays on him and everything, and they're like, oh, your penis
XXX rays.
Yeah, your penis is actually like 9 to 10 inches, but with all the callus and everything is why it's so big. So we could remove the callus for you, and you'd have a more comfortable life. And he literally was like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm this. And he can't fuck or anything. He just wears it as like a
He's a
badge of honor.
novelty, yeah.
Yeah. he has to like wrap it up.
Too
in,
big to fuck. That's
like
almost so cool.
Yeah, it's like snake in a toilet.
It's bad. The way because they don't show it in the clips I saw, they just showed him like wrapping it, and you're like, that's insane. That
Yeah,
doesn't,
he has to mummify his penis.
He does.
Awesome.
Just to go around.
I really decided there, but he's like, you don't want boobs that are too big. You want a penis.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that is a beautiful
Yeah.
cartoonish gift.
Look,
that guy.
I want a Halloween themed penis.
yeah.
I want to be hanging in a haunted house from his dick, swiveling around.
God, dude, that like a fucking X-Men villain. He just like comes down. He's like,
He's like, hello. You're like, oh my God.
I also like the idea of his dick. It's like wrapped like a mummy, but he also like has it in like a sarcophagus. So like he like opens it up when women come over. He's like, "Are you ready for this?" There's like a little glow to it.
Yeah,
that
he's
comes
got a
out.
little jewel right on the hole. or a coin like they
It's
put
like
over the eyes.
it's like a guy who shows off his pet iguana. He's like, check it out, and they're just like,
He's got
It's got
Oh,
special lighting. He's
He's
got-
got a lamp over
it's
it.
a little heat lamp.
There's a little archaeologist that goes dusts it a little bit. He goes, "Be safe. You can't touch it yet.
Yeah,
You can't touch it yet.
It might shed.
Don't touch it. It may grow.
Is it 32 degrees? It needs to be exactly 32 degrees in this room."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. A biodome for your dick.
I always like when people have these theories about stuff like that. They're like, yeah, the Constitution, it's on this glass thing. And if you would open the glass, it's airtight. It would just blow up. All these things are like, it would just turn to dust. It's like, would it?
I feel like the real reason they don't like want to open up the Constitution is because it says things like about white people. It's like, don't let white people get out of control. Yeah. Like, you can't go near it. It'll explode.
Yeah, it's really dangerous.
It'll
yeah.
catch on fire for some reason.
I think it's like it's in a glass container, and you can flip the pages with like a device, almost like you ever been to a fucking jukebox machine?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Johnny Rockets. It's kind of like that. So you're like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
So I thought it was like one big document.
I this could have been the Constitution. This could be the Bill of Rights.
Declaration.
This is like it's all bullshit. And I just like saying that because I know my dad listens to this podcast and he's gonna get really mad.
You know,
if I say
you
it.
seen National Treasure?
Oh yeah.
I left that movie as a kid with my parents. They're like, "Do you like it?"
Can you pull your stomach is just your
No, my
habits
stomach's
are-
exposed, dude. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You focus on yourself, Mike. Don't worry about it.
went a whole
I don't care about. I'm
podcast
not even going to
like
read
that.
the comments on your podcast.
National Treasure.
Okay. National Treasure. Left it with my parents. They were like, "Do you like the movie?" I did not because the bad guy didn't die.
Oh yeah. Who was the bad guy?
Sean Bean.
Okay, it wasn't Angelina Jolie's dad. Was his dad in the movie?
Who?
What's his name? John. Angelina Jolie.
Oh, John Voight.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe he was.
Yeah.
He is his. That is her dad. Yeah. Not a lot
I
of
love.
people know that.
I love every time now I see like a brick wall with like a loose brick in it. I always think of Nash. I'm like, behind this is gonna be a pair of panties that from a hooker with Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, do you know they found like skeletal remains in his basement or whatever, unidentified?
Yeah,
or
bro, he had
whatever?
motherfucking bodies, bro.
Yeah.
He's a
Wait,
motherfucking
in Nick
genius.
Cage's basement?
No. Ben Franklin.
But
Ben-
they will with Nicolas
yeah,
Cage,
they
for
definitely
sure.
will with him. But
He's
I'm
an octopus.
His last name is Cage.
I'm 100% certain Ben Franklin just some mouthy hooker just he just beat the shit out of her and was like, well.
Which is part of the Constitution.
Yeah.
We're saving the country.
Hold this kite in a thunderstorm. I'll be right back. He just
Where are
takes,
these bifocals? Ride a bicycle. It's just blacked out. I can't see anything. Go down the hill, bitch.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think he was like. That's right. I've said this before, but I fucking love that. Like, you look at the age differences, and like we've looked this up. Like, they were all just really fucked up, and that's why they had like any momentum to like make shit happen. And he was just the drunk old guy hanging out with like the younger dudes. Like he was like way older than all the founding fathers. So he was just like that guy who like still wanted to hang. He's like that guy at the bar. who,
Yeah.
like, is with the younger crowd, but he's like too old to still be going out.
Yeah.
Right.
And he like he would like get fucked up at bars, and they'd have to pay people to like. They'd hire people to go in with bars to him because he kept getting fucked up and talking about how they're going to get independence. Like, he'd be at the bar and he'd be like, all right, I shouldn't be saying this, guys. We're going to fucking secede from fucking Britain. And then they'd be like, oh, we got to drag him out.
Imagine we get John out. He's like, we're doing it. Just let it know. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's bang. Have a good one, Ben. He's like, we're doing it.
Yeah, and you're gonna be here, and you're gonna be fucking dead, dude. They're gonna
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
throw you in tar and feather you.
It would be so
Yeah,
funny
man.
if he knew everything that was happening, but no one believed him. He was like, "There's going to be a mountain with our faces on it."
They're gonna find hookers in my basement, and no one's gonna notice because women have no rights still now.
We're going to be delivering meat on bicycles to people.
This is called blue chews.
They're
You
gonna
get your dick hard.
Yeah. And I don't really need that because I have I think they're called something ST. I don't know. So your
It was
dick,
kites,
your
too.
dick hurts.
That's what he would do. He would put a kite. He had a butt plug attached to a kite, and when it would electrocute it, it would just get his dick hard.
Yeah, and he would wear a wig. I wonder which way he blew with the wind, if you know what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. Oh, you're saying
You think he's a
tucked it.
bisexual?
I think, frankly, I think he's just gay.
No.
But
He's
no,
like,
no.
put me on the $100
he was known.
bill.
He was known for just fucking.
I like that we're not
hookers.
even letting him live
Yeah.
this bit out. We're like, absolutely
no,
not.
bro,
He was
he's
a pussy
fucking
hound.
gay, dude. I just slipped up there. So
Yeah,
Oh, well.
no. The tights, I mean, all of them were dressed very gay with their tights. It is very funny to be like, I should pull my stockings down while I fuck this bitch.
yeah, you'd think back then they would have dressed to like more convenient for how shitty things were. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, dude.
just like potato sacks with
Yeah.
arm holes and
it'd be shorts all the time if I lived in the South. Everyone back then was like, "Oh, we have tights, and then we have pants."
no air conditioning, dude. People were just sweating like
Doesn't make
profusely
sense.
all the time. Yeah.
And that's still instilled in us to this day. Like, do you guys wear shorts in the summer?
You know what is really
I
weird?
typically don't.
See,
but-
he's weird. He won't let you won't.
But that's
let
just
it
because
happen.
I have to wear stockings. So I don't want to wear shorts and stockings.
How did you feel when I was calling stockings gay earlier?
I tuned out. Frankly, I tuned out.
Yeah.
No, stockings are pretty gay. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I had to wear them once for a play, and yeah, did not like
Yeah,
it.
the stockings were the gay part of that sentence.
It was Robin Hood. All right.
Yeah, even better. That's fun.
Yeah.
Who were you?
The Sheriff of Nottingham.
Oh, nice. I like when I'm so bad at acting, but like we'd have to take like theater classes like kids, and sometimes you just hit a part and you just picture a whole career. Just because I nailed like 3 lines as a mailman in like a school play, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
We all know if I put my mind to this, I
Yeah.
could be Robert De Niro.
I was posed at in Kung Fu Panda live action. I think I got a future ahead
Well,
of me.
I was talking to I was talking to somebody about this, and it was like it's so funny when you're like a kid, like you think everything you make, like artistically, you think is like genius. Like I remember we were in Europe, and you know those cheese wheels? I made a bunch of action figures out of those. I did like all the Batman characters. I had like a Robin one because it's like wax, so you could form the wax into like different
Oh,
things. So I made all
yeah.
these wax like little action figures, and I put them and my mom was like, "Wow, we could probably like enter these in like a museum or something like that." Like, and I was just like, "Fuck yes!" I was picturing my life with like an airplane, like all this shit, and then because we
Just a
left.
giant top hat made out of Swiss cheese.
Yeah. and then I fucking dude, I put them on the windowsill, and the sun made them like melt completely, and I was just like, no. And I could just hear my dad talking to my mom. He's like, why did you tell him he would enter a museum? Now he's gonna be super depressed about this. But that's like when you're a kid, it's weird. Like the value, like parents are trying to do good things, but like my parents always tell me that my action figures, like they don't want me breaking my toys. So like your toys have like feelings, and then your toy gets like run over by a car, and you're like, no. And then your grandma dies. You're like, well, I mean, I've seen Batman die. All my teddy bears have been ripped apart. Like this is like not even fake.
Oh, what did we leave Grandma out in the sun too?
It's a weird like concept of.
I don't want to make you sad, but I think making Batman characters out of cheese may have been the peak of your life.
Well, it was the wax.
It was the wax, but I don't know if creatively you've hit that stride.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
dude. It was like
That's an incredible feat.
it was really ingenuitive, dude. I did like all of them. I was going like in depth. I'm like doing like the ventriloquist. They're like, that's who even
Scarface?
knows that guy. Yeah.
I know
The guy with yeah, okay, you know what's up.
Exactly. Yeah, dude.
That was the nerdiest shit. You know what's up,
You know
brother.
what's
You know
up,
your
dude.
Batman character's
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, dude, I had like Man Bat, who's like the guy who's like half man, half
Oh, I
bat. He's got
know.
giant
Just
wings.
Batman backwards.
Yeah. There's always one of those. I'm sure there's like a man spider somewhere.
There is.
Oh, really?
There's Spider-Man who's got 6 arms and he's hairy.
Oh,
He looks like a
they made fun of
tarantula.
that in
Yeah.
or Always Sunny. He was like, "No, I'm not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I'm
Man
Man Spider."
Spider.
Yeah.
Are you a Batman Beyond guy? favorite
Yeah,
things?
I like it. I don't know. I try to watch it. It's very funny. I'm still on my girlfriend's like HBO Max.
What is that, like plant-based Batman?
No. Yeah. Vegan Batman.
I'm still on my girlfriend's like HBO Max, and she has like one for her and like one for her brother. And I always go on her brother's because I'm like, dude, if she just like knows I'm watching like Batman and like I know it's like I was like, this is just a bad look for me. I don't know. It's like I don't want I don't know. You want to look cool.
Batman rules.
You don't want. I don't know. It's
Batman-
like he does, but she's gonna be like, oh yeah, dude, he's 9 seasons deep into Batman Beyond. She's like, good thing I left that fucking guy.
I've realized no matter how much a girl tells you she loves you, if she's like is having a bad day and you're watching cartoons, she will shit on you for that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I had an ex who like was so cool with me watching cartoons. I remember anytime she had a bad day, and I was though, she'd be like, "Oh, you're watching a kids show again? That's cool."
And you argue with it. You're like, no, it deals with adult like themes.
Yeah, my whole thing would be like, it actually holds up pretty well. People die, so I don't really give a shit what you have to say when you watch that show about the teacher who rapes kids.
Yeah.
That was a legit argument.
Oh yeah, well they love watching the serious things. Then I'm like, there's a dichotomy behind balancing a personal life and also being a spider and being a student at the high school. And I'm like, this is real.
Yeah, be like, you try watching the Solomon Grundy episode of Justice League and not getting a little choked up when he dies. The one when he dies.
Yeah. Patty's so out of
Oh, sorry, Paddy. Sorry.
No, I feel for you guys in this regard. When I was watching the Mario movie, I
still haven't watched all of it.
I wanted people to watch it. I was like, hey, do you want to see the Mario movie? And so many people were like, I don't really like cartoons.
Dude,
It's not a cartoon.
It's an art piece.
It's a live action depiction of a cartoon.
These are real Italian lives.
It's also the thing of like, fuck. I dated a different girl who also she really hated all cartoons, but not hated them. She just says she's like, I'm an adult. I don't watch cartoons.
Like, how does that happen? Were you like raped by a?
That's what I asked her. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, you don't even nothing you grew up with. You've ever been like, oh, they're making a new thing of that. I might check it out if it looks good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's like Spider-Verse. Like I was like, I'm going to see that. That shit looks sick, and it was. The first one was way better than the second one.
Especially when you guys had that Post Malone song.
Oh, yeah.
Sunflower.
Oh, was that in Spider-Man?
Yeah. No, that song just like,
it's a great one.
I'm like getting tears.
There's one Post Malone line I always think of, and he's just like, God damn, they're right behind me.
Oh, from Paranoia? I know exactly.
You know, wake up every day. But it's just that one, like, God damn, they're right behind me.
I was about to say, he has another, yeah. What's he say?
Like,
sometimes feel like I got no friends.
Yeah.
Can't trust a soul like I'm Snowden. Yeah, so good. You suck, dude. Nah, he rules.
Do you think he randomly looks in the mirror, like all the tattoos on his face? He's like, does anybody, like, that's got to be a thing when you look, you have cornrows and a grill and like tattoos in your face, and you're like, who would want to be friends with? Like, that's got to, you don't think maybe randomly?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
There's got to be moments of clarity.
If you're
in his life.
100% every day being like, these face tattoos are sick. Like, I think tattoo people lie a lot. They're always just like, I don't regret any of my tattoos. I'm like, yeah, because you sound stupid. If you're like, this was stupid. I got a fucking, what is this, a toucan on my arm? What the fuck is that?
It would especially be stupid if one day all of a sudden he gets like a burst of energy.
Yeah.
And he looks in the mirror and it says always tired on his face. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I actually prefer the people though who are like, yeah, this was when I was like 13. Doesn't really mean shit to me anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I get it. But
yeah. But I'm like deeply terrified of commitments. Like a tattoo is like, that's such a scary, like the idea that I can't ever get it off.
Every girl I've dated who has tattoos, I've like come or done something weird to their tattoos, so they mean nothing.
Rick, you've come on their tattoos?
Yeah.
It's just a picture of their fucking grandmother.
It's their dad.
Or it's like shit on their back sometimes too. I had a girl who had.
It says "Don't come on this."
But you shit on their back?
No, and they have like I'm saying.
I'll say this: I
tattoos.
think that's something that hasn't been done. People shit each other's mouths. They shit on dicks. They shit in pussies.
They have to shit on each other's backs out there.
Just a tattoo that says the dump zone.
Oh, you mean for a tattoo for it?
No. I just don't think people are shitting on backs.
I bet you there's someone out there who likes the feeling of it just dripping down.
Probably, but you also want the glory of watching it happen.
Yeah, but that's what the mirror on the dude, people are.
Yeah, that's where you get those cool glasses where you can see behind you with like mirrors, and you're like, yeah, this guy's shitting on my back. So glad I got these glasses.
I do. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. The idea of somebody trying to be all sexual shitting and then walking away and slipping on the shit is so funny. They got like either like a tarp or like a newspaper down.
Smear it on their foot.
Well, they don't
Yeah,
talk
they're like,
about they don't talk about the moment after you do that where you have to get the doggy bag and just like pick it
Yeah.
up and off the back and like
Yeah, that's what you. I don't know what you guys do after you come on somebody.
I
but
shit right on their back.
Shit on their back. Right after I come on somebody, like there's a moment of like cool, and then it's like, all right, hold on, I'll get you, something to wipe yourself off with.
Yeah.
because you're disgusting right now.
Yeah,
I'm not touching you, you pig.
I go like this. I'll get you something to wipe off, and I leave the room, and then I come back in with nothing, and I just lick it off of them. And then I go, let me give something to wipe that off, and then I get a towel.
Oh, gross!
Well,
I
somebody
like
do-
over visualize that.
Because I was just thinking about this, like, it's gotta be so funny when you're shitting on somebody. Because like, I wonder if like it comes out a different form. Because you don't know what your shit's gonna try. You don't know if it's gonna be diarrhea. There's gotta be a time where you're like, logs, ew.
Yeah,
That's not what
yeah.
I wanted. I wanted pebbles.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea until you do it.
dude.
Yeah, that's so vanilla.
Yeah, if you're
Oh yeah, you're basic. Yeah, I knew sorority girl would shit fucking pebbles instead of logs.
or it's like I told you to not eat McDonald's because I can tell by how
Is that shamrock shake I smell?
can tell how spray your shit gets after you eat McDonald's. You nasty bitch.
I was just picturing family members of mine listening to this podcast, just
Dude, yeah.
just throwing up in their
this
car.
has also been a topic on my podcast last week. I mean, Joe Gorman was on my podcast and he kept being like, would you let someone shit on you? And I was like, no. But then he got to like Sydney Sweeney and I was like, well, if it's, if that's like her thing.
But what if
This is
you?
always the scenario.
Yeah.
This is always the
Yeah, of
scenario.
course,
The scenario is it depends. If she going, I can shit on you and then you can fuck me, or is she going, I just really want to shit on a guy. She's like,
No, that
she's
was
really
it.
nice about it. She's like, I mean, it would just be one, and she's like really convincing and like
Both
if she's
those
like, you
I
don't
could
deserve
do
to
if
fuck
it's
me
Sydney
unless
Sweeney.
you shit on me. Then I'm like, that's a little, I have a little bit of pride, a very small
Yeah.
bit.
So the first two with Sydney
having-
Sweeney, it's like I couldn't even. Like I wouldn't even care. I think like I wouldn't. First of all, I wouldn't tell people. But even if people found out, I'd be like,
But what if her Achilles heel is she takes like dinosaur-sized dumps? There's like twigs in it. There's a footprint in it for some reason.
or it's like you ever seen Nightmare on Elm Street when Johnny Depp gets sucked into the bed? It's like that spray. where
Oh, yeah,
it's like a neck cut. where
Yeah.
it's just
yeah.
No, but to be honest, I would let her have an abortion on my
like,
back.
yeah, dude, I wouldn't care. Like
She
I've
could do whatever.
I've seen she's been like in the news a lot lately, and every
She
time
is
I see
getting
her,
shoved down all of our.
But I
throats.
like it.
And,
I like
know he's
hers.
complaining how far.
I'm not Taylor Swift. I was like, get it out of here, dude. I don't want to see your bony ass. But Sydney, but Sydney Sweeney, it's like, yeah, dude, she's got it. I'm a fan.
Somebody brought this. I think Nick Mullen said it. She has that kind of like dumb look in her face. It's kind of hot. You know what I mean? It's that kind of
Yeah.
like. I don't know how you describe the face shape.
I love
Yeah,
her.
she's also got that dumb look in her big tits. That's kinda hot. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
dude.
like that.
I'm a fan.
But I don't know. Like, if I were in a bedroom with Sydney Sweeney, like, only terrible things could happen to her. That like I wouldn't do anything out of my realm of comfort.
See,
but
everybody
like,
says
I
that.
think
See,
she'd
everybody
be-
thinks there's this thing where it's like, and this is maybe just my personal cockiness. I'm pretty insane. Like there are moments in my life that I'm like, me and Sydney Sweeney at a bar, I'm pretty fucking charming. Like which is just completely
as
like,
you're standing in a dark room facing
just
the corner.
completely insane thoughts. But in
Yeah.
my mind, I'm like, I feel like the best sex guy might not be like a celebrity. Like there might be celebrities that are just bad at sex and they're like still celebrities and they just like
Yeah.
might not. You know what I mean? I think like experience is helpful, but I don't think it's always this like because everybody seems to like a different thing. And Sydney Sweeney, like some people have fetishes for banging dudes that like aren't. You see a lot of hot chicks with ugly guys, and they're like, no, he's just like, I'm into that.
Yeah, the only thing is like, even if Sydney Sweeney's fetish was like me exactly,
Yeah.
there's probably 6,000 guys who would make the effort to get in her like periphery before I do.
Yeah.
So it's like even if that's exactly what she wants, like the odds that it's me are very low.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
bet you there are a lot of celebrities that do want to like women for the most part are attracted to powerful men, but I think there like people are into everything. I always say this, people fuck goats, People fuck all kinds.
You love the goats today.
Well, because
dude.
it's just the truth that people are fucking wild. So it's like there's every different type of person out there. Once again, don't fuck goats. I don't think you should do that.
I've heard they have good pussy though.
Who says this?
The
goats?
Yeah.
It promise it won't hurt. You're like, is that goat? Okay, if it's talking, it's consenting. But it's like I feel like there has to be a thing where like somebody like Sydney Sweeney, she probably like wants not her, but like there's probably celebrities that are really hot and want to fuck regular guys, but their PR agent's like, you gotta fucking date Travis Kelce. Like you gotta date this.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee you there's like a hardworking man. I bet you Taylor Swift, like I get that she's into Travis Kelce, but I bet you she would get off to like just some dad in Ohio who works in like an auto shop.
Who has no idea who she is?
Yeah, he's like, I don't even give a fuck. What? Her music sucks.
Her
She's
music sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, I don't think so, but I'm saying the auto, like some guy like that. He's like,
I'm not a
you make music that my daughters like. And she's like weirdly attracted to that now. There's all kinds of things that people like.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that could happen.
I say shoot your shot either way, dude. I don't even mean like go up to her and be like,
I'm gonna
ask her out.
DM Sydney Sweeney.
Take if the stars align, do it, dude.
Yeah.
I've gotten with chicks I'm like shocked. I've been like, oh wow, I didn't think that girl would ever talk.
Yeah. You know who I think is hotter than Sydney Sweeney is fat Selena Gomez.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, dude. I want to get up in her dog pound. Slap those
I have
puppies
kind of had
around.
a weird urge to want a fat. I think I've told you this. I'm like, I kind of want a fat girl to be mean to me. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just feeling that recently.
They're out there, dude.
Yeah, just like a mean kind of like.
Well, just cut in line of anyone at a Popeyes, and you will have that fantasy.
But just like you know, like the Cookie Monster wearing like kind of like white girl who's like wear like the kind of greasy-ish hair.
Yeah, purple Doritos. Yeah,
yeah.
Way overly confident.
Yeah, long nails. She's like, what the fuck? You think you can fucking please me?
she had she banged one black eye once. We know.
And then we have sex, and she's like, man.
Shit, you're not
Let your
even blowing my
motherfucking
back out. And you're like, yo, we don't say that in our culture.
Yeah. She's like, for real? That's how you gonna fuck me? Oh my god, you got nothing, boy. I wanted to make it. It was hard.
At least you eat pussy.
Somebody who sounded like, her being like at least she. I wanted her to sound like a white woman sounding like because there is a diff. You know what I mean? There is a slight.
Yeah, if you're a white woman and you get fat enough, you do talk like a black person for some reason. I don't know where the correlation
Well, because
is
you start
there.
paying black dudes.
I guess. You adapt the personality.
Yeah. Have you seen that trend of like, there's these like hot fat white chicks that are like, black man, we fucking love you. We love you. It's like, we will protect you at all costs. We ain't never gonna fuck a white boy again. And like you'd expect people to like comment like, this girl's fucking crazy. And every comment's a black dude's like harding it. Like, hell yeah. Yo, answer my DM, bitch.
Yeah, that's hilarious, dude.
Hey, anything to keep them away from the skinny white women.
What is
would
funny
be
too is
nice.
like it just feels so nice when somebody's sticking up for you. Like it's like there was some girl posted some. You were gonna say something first. I
have no memory of what that
I
was.
am so sorry.
I don't. It wasn't good. Whatever. It was.
I know. I'm just so self-absorbed. I do.
I don't know.
Okay.
It wasn't important.
Some girls like hot chicks in my high school been sharing like suicide. Like, watch out for your male friends. It's like they're more likely to commit suicide. I was like, yeah, we are. Like, I was like,
We're so delicate.
Yeah, we're so please watch over
Please
me.
be
I know a
nice to
few.
me.
My feelings get hot.
Yeah.
Like it feels nice to kind of be coddled a little bit.
There's a few girl comedians, if you hang out, the cool ones, you hang out with them enough, they're like, yeah, dude, like, I get why you guys fucking hate women. You're like, you're the best. Shout out, I don't want to throw them under the bus.
Yeah.
No, because the other women will come after them. So, never mind. They know, you know who you are.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think men hate women. I think women hate women.
Women, I used to do a bit about it, and I'm going to start doing it eventually.
Some men
again.
do hate women,
Of
for
course,
sure.
oh, dude. Of course, no, that goes without saying. Like
Yeah.
we can kill them, and we do. No, but women hate. You guys just let it. You sitting there. I'm okay with it.
Paddy just shook my
I'm
head.
okay with that. I don't mind
I'm
sitting.
just
I
busting.
don't mind sitting in a
just busting your
bomb
nuts.
either way. No,
Just making
dude.
you jizz.
Women do this facade of being like, oh yeah, we root for each other, but it's like, have you ever hung out with a girl not with any other women? And if you are like, hey, check out that chick, she's cute, they'll be like, her hair's this, her shoes are this, her top isn't this. They talk about things you don't even notice, and and don't matter to you. Like it's supposed to deter you from wanting to fuck, and you're just like, why do you? They all do that. I'm sorry, you all.
Every time you see
do
like a
that.
really hot girl and you tell another girl, they're like, that's the one. That's the
Oh
one.
yeah,
that's the one.
yeah. She looks awesome. Her tits are huge. Yeah. Sydney Sweeney's hot. Anyway, no, I'm just
Girls like Sydney Sweeney though. They like.
No, they don't, dude.
I know. Well, I'm only.
They
thinking
know
of
why,
one,
because they
I
know
guess.
exactly why we like her. I mean, she
Yeah.
is beautiful, but there's,
You're beautiful.
it's got some cans, dude. She's got the tits of a generation, dude.
Yeah, she does.
There was like Pam Anderson, Kate Upton, and then it's this chick. If you think
Yeah,
about
but
it.
the thing too is like I think
Right?
she's got big naturals.
Yeah.
I think Pam Anderson has like just balloon tits, which at the time was like.
But that's what I mean. That's just
yeah,
what
at
it
the time,
was.
You're right.
It
Yeah,
was.
and now those are outdated.
And then
They
it's
were
Kate-
revolutionary.
It's Kate Upton was the next
Yeah.
one, I think, right? Who else was
I will
after
say
that?
this: the Pam Anderson thing was really funny because she like went on this like huge thing recently where she's like, everybody thinks I'm just like a dumb slut, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, do you want us to think you're a scientist? Like,
and maybe, and I don't know, maybe it is sexist, but I also don't look at The Rock and I go, I bet you The Rock is a genius.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
attractive people you don't.
his
Also,
name
what's-
is The Rock.
Yeah.
We do need sluts still, though. We need them.
I have said this multiple times. It's not an insult. I feel passionately that they're incredible people. I don't look down on like.
Yeah.
First off, sluts and porn stars.
Well, you do look down on them when they're sucking. your cock.
But it's like, have you ever seen a porn star in real life? It's fucking the most crazy thing. You're literally like, what the fuck? You're like, that's crazy. You're like, that
Yeah.
person looks like they're like a. It's like when you see like a famous comedian for the first time. You're like, oh my god, it's fucking
Yeah.
wild. Yeah.
No, you're.
You got to see them live.
Yeah. And you're less hard with the comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You once again, I think I bulldozed you.
Oh no, I didn't have anything.
Oh, okay.
I must. I think I look like I have something to say a lot, but a
Just
lot of
because of
times
those
I'm like,
shades, too.
I'm like thinking about like work, which is gay.
Oh, are you working right now?
I technically clocked out,
Okay.
but I have like a lot to do this week.
yeah.
It's no fun.
Oh,
I went on a bachelor party this
Oh.
weekend. And I got fucked.
Dirty Myrtle,
before.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hell yeah, dude.
Wait, what did
That's
you
real
do? Did
bachelor
you-
party shit.
Did you drink?
I took a sip of. Yeah. My buddy bought a bottle of tequila from the year 1592 or something.
Yeah,
Now, how are they?
Maybe that was the brand.
Yeah.
1592. But either way, it was $150 bottle of tequila. And he's like, you should try it. So I took like a sip and dude, it was like giving Jim Leahy a little sip of the liquor.
Yeah, you got
I was like, Randy, fire up the grill. We're having cheeseburgers tonight. Yeah, dude.
Did you end up drinking?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
that was
that makes
it.
me feel good. I was a little nervous. I mean, it's weird that I'm nervous for you because I have no idea what your drinking habits are because I barely knew you drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like when somebody like you know what I mean. You're like, ooh, what could happen?
I know, dude. But what I did end up doing was about 60 poppers.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah,
So that was fun.
I've also heard you weren't that bad of a drunk.
I was a great
I
drunk.
was about to say, and not a drunk either. I just heard you. It's not bad that you quit drinking. I don't drink often. I just heard you weren't that bad. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
What
I
if you're
was.
depressed? Like I think. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just like one of those
I
drunks.
support
that,
you either way. I just want you to
I
know.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And,
I don't drink often, so that's-
I would never appear drunk. Like I was always cool with. I was always like a good time. It was just like I wanted to kill myself.
Oh yeah,
And that's like-
don't do it, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll know I'm drunk if you see me, and I do not want to kill myself. And I'm like, I'll be like, Mike, you're fuck. I'm so much louder than I am regular. So
Yeah,
hear
you'll
me.
know I'm drunk if
Yep.
there's a diarrhea in my pants and vomit on my shirt. That's a sure sign.
I do start.
and
I-
a fat girl
I
on
puke
my
sometimes.
penis.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
All three. But my friend,
You watch me kick a dog in the face. That's how you
Yeah.
know.
I used to get drunk with these chicks I worked with who were just my friends, and I would just berate them drunk at the bar, and it would make so many gay guys try to buy me drinks because they thought I was gay. Because I would be chilling with like 3 hot chicks and being like, "You stupid bitch, get me another drink."
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
literally how gay guys. They're like, you fucking whore.
Yeah, and then some guy. would go
Where's
up-
my fuzzy navel?
But I'm just in my regular voice. I'd be like, but I'm slurring, so I'd be like, "You fucking stupid bitch, get me a drink." And then some guy would come up and be like, "Hello," and I'd be like, "I'm not gay, dude." Like, it
I don't know.
became that
I've
after-
never called a woman a bitch. I've like,
I do it.
if a woman's been like, sorry, I'm being a bitch, I've been like, it's fine. That's as much as, that's like as
I
close
don't do it I do it to these girls as a bit. It was more of a bit. I wouldn't do it sincerely, like
I've
unless it's a
sincerely called
fight.
women
Me too.
cunts.
Me too.
Bitches.
Oh, me too. I don't do it anymore.
I
to their
will
faces.
never stop.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we haven't found genderless. I'll call guys cunts. Like,
No, you
like
gotta
a guy
call
with, like,
women
a ponytail.
You gotta call
is kinda
women like assholes, or say you're being a piece of shit right now to their. If you're like arguing in a public setting and you don't want to.
But it feels so good when you call somebody a cunt because they're like, you can't do that. I go, yes, I can.
Yes,
And
yeah,
it
but
feels
then
great.
in the eye of everyone around you, they'll because of how you can't use gendered language when insulting women for some reason. Now it's like you'll lose.
Well,
The public's thing.
Well, see, and I used to be kind of weird like this. I think before I was in a relationship, I was very like, I was trying to be less sexist, but I was kind of being more sexist. Like I was like, men like are disrespecting women and all this kind of stuff. And then I hung out with my ex's friends. And they're like, we're gonna get some fucking dick tonight, cunts. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, these are mature enough people that like, if I to treat them differently than I would treat a man is kind of weird. It's like in certain ways, yes.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not going to punch women in the face.
No,
it's like
no, yeah.
it's like there are certain things that differently, but as far as like general insults, I feel like insults are pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, you can take me being mean to you because you're an
Yeah.
adult. So
Yeah.
like if you're being a fucking idiot, I'm going to be like, you're being a cunt.
What
Yeah,
are your
that's true.
What are your thoughts on this? Because I sent Michael a picture the other day, and I said, "Hey, have you seen
fucking
these
awesome.
shoes?" It was a picture of my shoes on the floor, and it's kind of zoomed out. But I didn't tell him at the very bottom of the picture is just the tip of my penis, like sticking into the bottom of the picture, and it's a very funny gag. But I wonder, is that like an acceptable gag to send
Not
to a
for women.
girl?
So
No, not to a girl.
These,
No,
these
it's
are
not.
the ways that I
You
think.
fucking-
Yeah,
But it's not.
you
It's
know
just
that.
the tip.
No, I know. So there are different things in that. Like that is something I would say is off limits to a because of that. But could you see how like that's different than like a non-sexual conversation? You know what I mean? It's like sexually you should treat men different than women because it's
Of
like
course.
there's different
Yeah.
dynamics. But I think as far as insult, it's like everybody's a
Yeah.
coherent adult, so I should be able to insult you and stuff like that in that way. And you're
Right.
yeah, but you can't hit.
If you're
them,
okay, yes. To clarify, if you're talking straight insults, fighting, yes. But if you're just in an argument with someone and you go, "I think you're a cunt," everyone around you is gonna go, fuck.
Yeah.
They go, and everything goes downhill from here.
Yeah.
But I like that feeling. Like people look at you like you're crazy, and you go, "I am crazy."
Yeah.
You turn a little Jack Nicholson. It's like you can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
No, dude, you can definitely you can insult people and be rude and win the argument too. It's just with
Oh,
women.
yeah, it's also a terrible argument
Yeah.
technique. Like you're never gonna win.
I know. With women though, if you're gonna start insulting them, you cannot start being like bitch, cunt, whore. It just doesn't, because then it's society's being gay lately. Anyway,
Well, yeah, but
even if you're right, is what I'm saying. You can't even do that.
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, but it's just in my mind, I see people. I genuinely see like as far as like what's it called? I see it as like, oh, this is equal. Like
Yeah, no,
this is
I'm
equal.
with you.
So
I'm
it's
with
like
you.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, if I said cunt, it would hurt her feelings more. It's like,
Oh no.
Yeah.
I even go as far when people are like arguing and they start fighting. I'm like, if you start hitting people, I don't care what you say. If like someone's getting is punching the other person and they start
oh, you
hitting,
used to say like a racial slur. when
yeah,
they
I'm
hit.
like,
Yeah,
you're
that is
already
tough.
hitting. It is, but I'm already like, yo, they're hitting each other. It's like, it doesn't matter. They're committing bodily harm. That's worse than
Yeah.
words. So, but I don't. I'm not a judge. I don't.
We are
Yeah,
not
as a
financial
guy who's
advisors.
been beat up by 10 samurai swords, I've never once said the word Jap.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, are they Chinese?
No.
Also, I said samurai swords. I hate when you notice halfway through the joke you fucked up the joke and you're
Yeah.
it's. I'm almost certain it's Japan, and I'm almost certain it. Yeah, I think they spread out all over too.
There's black samurais, dude. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's just cooler. Like in my mind, I'm like, this is
Because
just,
I know
it's an
why.
anomaly. It's an anomaly. It
I know
wouldn't-
exactly
yeah.
why it's cooler.
it's just so fucking. And just the title Black Samurai is fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, that was one thing with all these Marvel movies. They're like, all right, we need more representation of black people. So they're like, what about Black Panther?
Yeah.
Black Adam. It's
Yeah.
like, no, don't
Well,
like just
yeah.
stick the word black.
You know what's crazy about that too? I don't know where those people grew up, but I grew up watching a lot of black stuff.
Hell
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
brother.
Like,
Yeah.
I really
Dude, we're
did though.
from straight up dog.
Yeah,
Fat.
dude. Hell yeah.
Totally,
But like for
bro.
real, dude, I watched like growing up. I watched Blade. I watched
Same,
any
brother.
Like, you know what I mean?
Same.
Like Static Shock. Like
I actually watched that last night.
it's so good. It holds
Static
up.
Shock is good.
Holds up tremendously.
Superhero Static Shock.
we might be the blackest white guys.
Yeah.
I think
That's what a lot of people say about me. A lot of people say about me.
No,
Yeah.
but
everybody
like,
in my parents' country club, they
Yeah.
say I'm the blackest.
is it racist that I believe
Mm-hmm.
that if the Hulk was like when he got angry, he turned black instead of green,
Mm-hmm.
he'd be scarier.
no, he's no.
What shade of black?
Yeah, like
pitch
midnight.
black.
Yeah, that would be scarier.
Yeah.
What or
I don't
like,
know how to answer this. Okay, because
what's scarier for real though? Black.
one time I
Hulk?
did Google the blackest guy. I think I told you that. I was like, I'm just curious what the blackest guy looks like, and I'm like, now I know.
Pretty black. Yeah.
Pretty black. And I'll be honest, it's like I don't know if scary is the word, but you are caught off guard where you're like, whoa. It's like the same thing when you see a super pale person. where
Yeah,
you're like, whoa.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think that
like a
would-
pale Hulk also scary.
Yeah, or a Red Hulk because Red Hulk's real
But-
and he looks
yeah.
terrifying.
But picture like a shoe polish colored Hulk with just big juicy red lips.
like your lips, Patty's lips.
And like-
So basically, you're asking because this is true. Everybody says people in blackface look scary. Like
Yeah.
dark blackface because it's cartoonishly a different color that's not
Yeah.
realistic. So that might be scary because it like doesn't look like a. It's
does.
the uncanny valley. Like blackface, you're like, oh, I know that's not your actual. Unless it's done like Robert Downey Jr. You're not like, oh, that's scary. You're
That
like
was
that actually
so
looks like a
funny.
black person. But
Yeah.
like when it is like the dark shoe polish color, you're like, oh, that's offensive because it's like creepy almost because it's like that's
Yeah.
what people don't look like.
Or like, what about like the science of Hulk? Like, what if Mark Ruffalo's just like in his home in blackface and he's like doing the makeup and then he like messes it up and he's like, God damn it. And he's like, and then he grows into a blackface Hulk. Like, does the makeup stay?
I was gonna say
or-
to make him stay.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, it's weird. The thing that doesn't make sense is his pants. They never. It's
Then
like
you know why.
It's like his pants would be ripped off completely.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
what pants stretch to like 10 feet wide.
Yeah, if we're doing on what the Hulk would really be like, he would just grab people and just fuck them to death.
Yeah.
He's like, "Rah!" Just grab that general and just fuck his face off in one stroke. That's it.
I'd love to get like
Mouth fucked by the Hulk.
a tattoo of like my penis size to scale on Mark Ruffalo and have like a doctor sign it and then have him grow to Hulk and then take a picture of him and be like, this is
Wait.
doctor.
That's so much work.
You gotta
Yeah.
break this down. I lost you somewhere here.
Yeah,
okay?
I did
So
too.
I
but-
get my penis to scale, like the size of my penis exactly, tattooed onto Mark Ruffalo's chest. And then when he goes Hulk, I take a picture.
It's big.
And I'm like,
bigger.
this is a certified doctor.
by Dr. Bruce Banner.
Dr. Bruce Banner, dude. It doesn't lie. And then
but it's been stretched out.
Yeah, it's been stretching to scale. But
what for though? To like send to women like this could happen and just you
and
can't
just be like, this is how big my penis
Could
is.
get.
Don't make me angry. Yeah, maybe that's how he gets a boner too.
Is
He's got to get angry.
Yeah, I think there was like there was some sketch like that where he would get big, but his dick would stay like the same size. It's just so frustrating. I think it was like College Humor or something like that.
That's what's
Classic.
Oh, my arm is like asleep. Fell asleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I like that you're wearing a blanket now. You've brought your podcast into my podcast.
Yeah.
You're like-
It just slowly becomes a bed at some point.
I feel at home this way.
we do want to make a News from Bed Morning Good crossover episode and hype it up like it's like the TV event of the century. Like it's like a lot of people said it couldn't be done. And then there's a guy on like a chalkboard, like a scientist. He's like, it's not retarded enough. We can't do it.
There's like SWAT teams trying to bust through our door. We can't let this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the premiere of a lifetime, the Morning Good, whatever the fuck your gay shit.
Morning good from bed.
Yeah, Morning Good for bed.
They do kind of work in that way because like
yeah.
you get morning wood in bed.
Yeah.
We'd have to be erect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of me just like, we do like shots back and forth, me yelling at you. I don't know what we'll be yelling about, but just something just like, it's not ready. We can't just do this.
You go too far this time.
Yeah.
What if we can't get back? Your madness. This is madness.
Oh, yeah. We were going to have like, was it you or Alan just like cleaning off his glasses like dramatically in the bathroom, like looking in the mirror because he'd be like the surprise guest or something like
Just
that.
being like, just like writing like a note to his dad, be like, if I don't make it back on the other side, Please put all of my Tom Brady jerseys in a safe place.
Have Alan just talking to an Asian woman like that. Be like, if I don't see you again, just know I love you. And she's like, twing, twong, twong, twing, or whatever.
Just know
That's why I was so racist.
That was the most racist Asian voice I've seen in my whole
that was
entire
pretty-
life.
Also, she wouldn't, if she was Japanese, she would be like, it'd be like guttural. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I went really like ping pong on that.
Just know I've enjoyed the time we've spent together. She's like wiping jizz off.
Exactly. That's great. Dude.
Ooh.
You guys can keep that. I like it. If I see that, I'll be happy.
That is really funny.
It is really good.
Because
yeah.
you don't see that she has jizz in her face first. You see her wiping
Yeah,
away.
that's great,
You see a
dude.
back view. It looks like she's wiping tears away.
Yeah.
And you see it's just cum.
Dude,
on it.
that's-
Alan buttoning up a shirt.
That's like 2 shots, dude. That's not even that'll take 10 seconds.
Yeah. And then, oh my God, I love that. And
Hell
then
yeah,
we just
dude.
have the most mediocre episode where I'm like,
Yeah.
are the mics plugged in? Okay, did we get that? Okay, hold the
Yeah.
microphone differently. I said this on another
Pull your
episode.
shirt down.
But,
So, Alan, what did you have for lunch today? Oh, a water buffalo.
How'd you
Cool.
get started in stand up and what's it like to bomb?
did I tell you the thing with Al that happened where like when I stayed at your place? So for people that don't know, there were 7 people in this house at the same time.
Yeah, it was crazy.
When I was like, I hate saying homeless. I jokingly say homeless, but I didn't have a home. And Alan would come out and eat food, and I would start to decide what food was unhealthy based on what I saw Alan eating.
Yeah.
I would just see him eat like some Chinese food. I was like, I guess that must be horrendous for you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kind of like an infomercial, like a live infomercial.
Yeah. His diet. I've seen him eat a few times and I'm like, that's bad.
Dude, his life is crazy. What he does is he takes by the way, for reference, look up Alan Fitzgerald on Instagram. Just if you haven't, he's been on before. But the idea, like his process is so funny because it's like he takes this thing called trazodone. It's like a sleep medicine. And he goes, yeah, it takes 5 hours to kick in. I was like, why don't you just take it 5 hours earlier? So he takes it at like midnight and then falls asleep at like 7 a.m. and then sleeps till like 4 p.m. And I'm like, hey, can you do my podcast at 6? He's like, yeah, I don't know. My brain doesn't really start cooking till 8 p.m. So,
Mornings are tough.
yeah, so I just can't get him on the podcast unless it's like.
Yeah, he's a tough one to nail down.
That's bad.
But he literally is like a prize. Like it's
Yeah.
like he should be like that, where it's like we got Alan. Like you're like this. Like in my mind, when I've had him on my podcast, I'm like it's like when you catch a Pokemon. You're like this is a lot of work.
We should like encase him in carbonite, except for like his mouth. So like then we can just move him around on wheels, and like he doesn't have to move or exert any energy. Like, and we just have like a tube going into his stomach that we put halal into, liquefied halal.
Wait, he eats a lot of halal.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I've been eating halal too.
Well, he got off the halal. So
I don't know, man. I mean, for me, it's chicken and rice. Is that bad for you?
no, chicken rice is good for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't the kind of chicken
If that's
bad?
not good for you,
You
nothing
should just
is.
start cooking it, dude. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
I'll teach you one day. It takes like if you get a whole package, if you do the whole package at once, it's like an hour.
Are you gonna make fun of the gay community while you do it? Because if so, I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah,
I'm bad
I
at
would.
playing serious. I think I'm bad at doing the serious thing.
No,
I don't think I quite nail it ever.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's sexy. Your
Oh,
voice
tell
gets
me
deep.
if you guys think this is kind of funny. Like when we were driving to Myrtle Beach, we were like listening to a lot of music and stuff and like podcasts or whatever. And then on the way home, like it was a long trip. So like towards the end of the trip, we were playing all kinds of stuff. And I put on Bill Cosby because like I really truly feel that like the sound of Bill Cosby's voice like makes you think like, oh, I gotta stay awake.
That is very
It's pretty funny,
yeah.
That
right?
is
I
really
like that.
funny. Yeah. What did you guys like? You were telling me. I was talking to you about this. I love how when you go to places like Myrtle Beach and everybody's really fucked up. I've had this experience in Key West, New Smyrna Beach, Daytona, all these places you go. Every worker at a restaurant knows what you're going through because it's like they deal. It's almost like you are like passing by on a conveyor belt of dumbasses, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I know what this is." So, like, did you guys do it? Like you said, you went golfing a bunch. Did you go to the beach? I assume.
Did not go to the beach.
What?
Yeah,
I love
didn't
the
go to the
beach.
beach. You know
Never
why? Because
gone.
every second we weren't golfing, this was like incredible for us because like we got good weather, but every second we weren't golfing, it was like pouring rain.
Oh, that sucks.
So we were mostly just like drinking and going to bars and stuff and hopping around. But
That can be fun too. There's something that really feels good about like I don't know. I really like rainy day bars. I kind of fucking love that. feeling.
yeah, I like rainy days.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really nice.
Really?
I feel like the rain pauses everything. Like when everyone sees that it's raining, everyone kind of takes a second. They're like, All right, I don't know.
Have we
it
been
slows
working too
everything
hard?
down.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I just any day it rains and I have shit to do, I'm like, fuck. But I know what you mean exactly. Like you can play video games that day.
Yeah. You're
So
like, oh,
there's-
it's raining. It's like
Yeah.
whatever. It's shitty out.
Yeah. What am I? Yeah.
it's
exactly,
shitty out
yeah.
for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you might as well take. I take advantage of those days. I play more video games. I watch more TV.
Plus, it's nice to know that like animals in the safari are like enjoying it because they like the rain.
It also knows, the next sunny day will be really good.
Yeah, all the homeless are
mad
getting a
gay.
good wash.
Yeah. That's what God's. That's the reason he's great, just to watch
Yeah.
the dirty boys.
Yeah,
I like.
the dirty boy.
I remember. I really liked. I had this one rainy day. Have you seen the movie? I think it's a Tarantino one. Is Sin City Tarantino?
He guest directed it.
Yeah. I remember I took an Adderall one day and just like curled up in bed and like
Great movie.
laid back down and started watching Sin City. And I don't know why. There's something so comforting about it raining outside. You're watching a black and white thing, and then the Adderall starts to kick in. You're starting to wake.
Yeah.
And I just had like my old apartment, which I got to start doing here. I can shit and watch TV at the same time, which is fucking awesome. I just remember just like shitting my brains out like Adderall diarrhea while just watching like Bruce Willis would have to be like,
You're like, this is the life.
yeah, literally.
This is
I don't know
good.
why there's something like poetic about that. I mean, really not. But I was
Yeah.
like, that was nice because there's something about while you're waiting for the Adderall to kick in, it feels great because you're like, I don't need to be productive now because it hasn't kicked in. But once that shit kicks in, I'm about to fucking get
Never
shit.
To
Turn
watch
that
the
on.
shit out of this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss
Sin
a
City
frame.
rules. Dude, that's such a good movie. So star-studded cast. Great. It's the best comic book movie in my opinion because it is exactly. There's like 2 or 3 differences, but it's
Watchmen's pretty similar too.
yeah. But I mean like the way they did everything in the movie. If you read the comic while watching it, you're like, holy shit! They like the shots are so similar to like the panels.
Yeah.
Like when Marv jumps down the stairs and it shows like it's just so many things in that movie. When Colin Farrell goes through the windshield, it's all in the comic.
If you ever see me reading a comic book or watching in a movie, just intervene.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I did that. I'm saying when I saw the movie and then read the comic, I was like, yo, this is so similar.
Yeah.
Like you know the scene when the girl
I just picture like an autistic guy looking at the comic book and looking at it, and then like they say one line that's different, and he's like,
yeah, the one major difference, Jessica Alba in the comic is naked. Yeah.
TV. Just runs head first into the TV.
I like not even or like not even moving, just like a bowl of cereal in his lap, and he's like,
Flips it. Yeah.
It was so funny too because I was like, I think we got to wrap up this podcast. I'm so glad we got that in there. But you're about to say something?
You're
About to try to top that shit.
No, I was gonna say he'd freak out when he saw that Jessica Alba isn't naked in the movie because she's naked in the comics.
oh,
Yeah.
that would piss me off.
Yeah, and it pisses me off. Yeah.
We got to wrap it up.
No,
what
that's
do you
it.
guys want to promote?
Oh yeah.
News from bed. That's it.
Perfect.
I have a podcast called Yes Offense. It's very similar to this one. They were both on it. It was a good. That was a really good episode.
If you listen
was
to
a
whatever,
lot of
I don't know
fun.
if you remember, that was one of the best. I almost wanted to swap cast because like you're so comfortable on somebody else's versus your own.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, that was great.
Yeah, I hope I.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Ours I felt was better, but that's because I wasn't. It's because of me, not because of you guys. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
I feel like I got a little too stoned today, and that's just.
No, you were great. This
Yeah,
was
this is
Sorry,
awesome.
I'm in my own head. Then I apologize.
no,
for
this
being
I had
gay.
a fucking.
Yeah, what are you high?
Yeah, check out Yes Offense. When's this come out? By
Just
the way?
thinking about all the voices you did in this podcast, how it's going to ruin your career. This will be out Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just shot in the dark, but Midtown Grizzly
Don't shoot
Pear.
at something dark.
No.
Especially if it's the Hulk.
I'm doing a show, Midtown Grizzly Pear, Monday, March 11th. Zach Amico's headlining, Rami Rosner's featuring. Got
Rami
a bunch
rules.
Rami rules. A bunch of.
I've never seen Zach, but I've heard he's an incredible
He's
joke
he's
writer.
the man. He's
How do
great.
you not see him?
You always make fun. No, he's a great guy.
I think he's in this frame. You also always do this. It's very funny. 'cause
defend him.
It is
My
very
boy.
funny.
I defend him.
You
He's my dude.
defended his not fat. Like when everybody calls him fat, you're immediately like, and he's a great. You're like, we all know he's a great
I know,
guy.
but you don't have to insult. I will.
No,
publicly-
he's fat. Okay, anyways, anything else?
And that's really Check out my Instagram at silly Sully. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you.
Good.